All right, this is Chaotic Crypto. We defy tyranny. It's June 19th, 2023, and we are still hovering around the $1 trillion market cap. I've edited the moving average to be 250-week moving average, actually. I just think that might be a little bit more accurate to what we're looking at, because the 200-week is not really performing as our support. So I just don't really understand why I even look at that, honestly. We do want to get above the 200-week, which we're kind of just barely teetering below. Take a look at that to show you. So 200-week. Yeah, we're just keep on getting right below it, getting rejected. But I mean, we're really close to. All we got to do is get one little bump up. And apparently, BlackRock's ETF has a really good high likelihood of getting approved. I heard somewhere where it did get approved, but I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about that. But regardless, on the stochastic RSI, we're in great like accumulation territory. Look at, we're just so low. Like this is like lifetime buying opportunity stuff here. This is 2021. This is 2022. 2019. I mean, these are the times where you really want to buy on the stochastic RSI and the regular RSI as well. I mean, we're getting down there. Take a look at Bitcoin, see the difference there. I mean, Bitcoin, we're definitely oversold. We're in the oversold zone. So, yeah, it looks like we're getting a little bit of a momentum coming up. Again, like my max prediction for June is 27, 28. I think we're going to be stuck in this channel. The next month will break out. We're just in a consolidation zone, which is fine. It's bullish, as long as we stay above. But with, the 21 to 23K level is still very much in play. Price analysis. Look at some news here. Bitcoin short-term holders still bullish. Will the rally restart? None of this is really coin tell a lie. That's what BitBoy says anyway. Crypto investment product experience outflows for the 9th consecutive week. It's kind of bearish when they say stuff like that, but whatever, they can say what they want. Let's see, we got open interest still kind of high for my liking. Fear and greed index still at 47. I don't like that, so I like to use the token metrics. You can sign up for a free account, but you pretty much have to pay for a standard basic package. You do have to pay. It's very minimal. But I really enjoyed this. This is like the bullish versus bearish. There's a lot more bears right now. We're at 14% bearish. I mean, I think that's a much more accurate tell. I mean, I don't think this crypto alternative. I don't like this. This is dated. I don't think this is a very good. And it's always kind of been kind of funny in the past anyway. But I mean, you look at it as a whole. Okay, well, that's about where we're at. That makes sense. So. It's just not like a really great data point to use, in my opinion. Let's go back to. Yeah, I was just going to look at. Yeah, we're very much still in consolidation, bearish. Bearish consolidation. Well, I mean, I think it'll be a bullish consolidation eventually, but yeah. So all season, we're very much in a Bitcoin dominance projection area right now. It's pretty heavy Bitcoin, but we're likely going to bounce here pretty soon. So if you're trying to stack up on altcoins right now, is a excellent time. More than likely, not financial advice. Historic volatility, it's gotten pretty low. We did have a little spike there with that fear from Gary, but then we also had the spike back with BlackRock. So yeah, see what else is going on. SXP, Stacks is, I think, a pretty good one. SXP Swipe, I'm not as familiar, but that might be a good project to check out. KuCoin, Crypto, Stacks. Stacks keeps on popping up on a lot of things, and it's actually held up pretty well in this bear market. Now let's look at... We all know how I like my volume profile. It'll take a second to load. I was trying to search my mind for any other things. XRP lawsuit, Google AI predicts outcome of SEC, major win for Ripple. That's probably pretty accurate. I mean, I think Ripple will win. I just wonder if there's going to be a settlement or something. But if Ripple, what are the catalysts? Positive legislation, Ripple coming in and winning aggressively, that would take us, I think, to 38 to 42K. In July, August. I think that could very well be the case. Or we just go sideways. Usually these things take a lot longer. Everyone's talking about the BlackRock ETF. I mean, usually ETFs take months and months to get approved and actually work. I don't know how quick that's going to really go. Crypto leaving the U.S. Crypto.com just left the shores. Coinbase is looking into other places. But I think if the switch gets flipped with the SEC and some legislation comes through, like a lot of these companies will start backtracking their stuff, and everything is just very fear, and like everyone's really worried right now. So buy the fear is what I'm doing. Binance canceled registration in active business in the UK. That's kind of bearish. Bitcoin long-term hold. IMF envisions new class of cross-border payment. That'd be an XRP, XDC, XLM type of thing. Any other news? Let's see which. Yeah, Stacks is definitely one. It's one of those. It's like Link from last bear market. Just like it's constantly stayed pretty positive. It's like it doesn't have one day and you don't hear about it anymore. A lot of red out there though. Not much buying pressure. Not much in the positive. Yeah, the week. Hex, you know how I feel about that. I do not like Hex. Wish your heart can take a hike. Render, Gala. The Gala might be one. I'm looking at trying to get more aggressive on Gala. And Solana. Solana is super cheap right now. Super cheap. Actually, what is it right now? $15? Yeah. I think it was like $25 just a month ago. So we're close to it, 22. Yeah, crazy gains to be seen on that one, I think, in the future. Maybe this one will show me anything. KuCoin shares. No, nothing too crazy there. So like I mean, once again, I've been saying it. There's just really good times to buy. There's not a whole lot happening in the news at the moment. Last week was such like a rich, heavy time in the news that I really just don't think. This week's probably gonna be like crazy. The 4th of July is coming up. That'll probably be that might be just like a positive, bullish activity, especially if like you have a good week the week before, like next week. If we have a good week next week, then everyone gets together for their 4th of July. Everyone's talking about crypto's coming back, it's doing good, and then everyone buys again. You gotta think about like the holiday effects. Seasonality is very big in crypto. And generally summers are pretty sideways and boring. So you always get kind of like the end of the year holiday rallies. I think this year's holiday rally might be pretty aggressive. If I had to guess, October, December, January, probably super aggressive. If I throw it in March, probably be red, and then April, May, probably super bullish with the happening. That's just kind of the ebbs and flows of how these things kind of work. But yeah, no, it's just like the altcoins just really got hammered a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to deploy as much capital right now as I possibly can. Let's take a look at the Dixie. Now that is the dollar, the strength of the dollar pretty much, and that lost its power there. I mean, we're in consolidation. Looking at, I drew this a long time ago. We didn't exactly pull this off, but I knew it was going to consolidate in this kind of way. So with that said, this is your standard, basically a descending triangle. And you take you're supposed to take the top to the bottom there and then extrapolate it. I mean, you're looking at a severe decline in the dollar value down to like 88, down to this previous resistance. I mean, I don't know if it'll go that bad, but it could. It's probably gonna come right back down to this area. It's just that's this is the holding zone of the U.S. dollar. Now, I don't know what could actually give the U.S. dollar more power other than the U.S. may be adopting Bitcoin and buying more gold. So kind of interesting in that way. But, I drew that a long time ago knowing that was going to happen. This was just way too paradigmatic of a rally. It had to end, and it did. So take a look at Apple. Oh, yeah, so those regular stock markets are closed today. So, man, just like look at NVIDIA, look at Apple. It's just they look a little bit too bullish because they're really exhausted on their RSIs, but maybe they go for one more run up. But it really kind of seems to me like we get pushed down somehow. It's just it looks like we're running out of buying volume. So I'm kind of expecting the stock markets to probably start pulling back, and that could actually bring Bitcoin and crypto down with it, back down to the 21 to 23K levels like we've been looking at. I hate to be a bearer of bad news. It's just if the stock market does not rally, we gotta expect that. I don't know why this didn't. This should have already fueled back. It didn't load. And please hit subscribe and like the comments or whatnot. Just trying to get more feedback and interactions on this channel so I can increase my engagement. That'd be much appreciated. Let's see what else we have going on here. And something else to be noticed, to think about is the political side of things. We're about to go into an election year. Now, no party would ever want to try to bring up bearish activity, be negative in any kind of way before their election, So it's very likely that they're going to push the next year or so. They're going to push liquidity. They're going to be positive. They're going to try to get everyone fat and happy again, feeling good. I mean, the last 2 years have been very anxiety-ridden, actually the last 3 or 4 years, but this has been a lot of anxiety, a lot of anger, a lot of stress, a lot of fear. It's very likely that from here on, especially next year, it's going to be kind of a fluffy time where everyone's happy-go-lucky. And got to be prepared for that. I think there's going to be a lot of just a lot more positivity in the market. I mean, trade for like a recession or some kind of crazy market crash, war, or something unexpected, a black swan. We've had a ton of black swans. We've had a lot of negativity the last couple of years. It's very likely that we start getting like a lot more positivity, some golden swans, as they say. So I think from here out, a lot of the fear has been driven out, and more than likely, what we just experienced with the second kind of leg down we had with the altcoins and the SEC, like that likely was kind of like almost like our little, China virus thing. Like it's probably very similar in the feeling and all that. Like looking at the markets, show you what I'm saying. Yeah, Bitcoin. Just like we had one bottom, we had a rally, went sideways, had this really, really fearful time again. I'm not saying we might not have a big fear again, but what we're having right now is we had our bottom out, and now we're having that fear. And there was a lot of fear, especially in the altcoin market. I think the total market cap might actually demonstrate it a little bit better because, it's just we're basically back on these doldrums. And this is a really negative time. But this is like almost just as equal of a negative time. The 47 is not. This is not an accurate representation of the market. The market's very negative right now. When I talk to people, they laugh at me. They're like, "I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this." Just you will next year. These people are people, unfortunately. As much as I want to try to help them out, Oh, people. Anyways, let's see what else is going on here. There's just really not a whole lot happening in the market. Even like on the crypto panic, this is like where all the news comes in. It's been kind of a slow burn today. Michael Saylor is just always 10x. Michael Saylor. Has he ever been negative? Yeah, not a whole lot else. I want to jump off here, but if I see anything else happening, I might post a quick update. But hang in there, keep hodling. I think these are really good levels to Oopsie. These are really good levels to accumulate. I mean, look at Algorand and Cardano. I mean, good lord, these things have been just getting completely hammered. Theta network. My next video, I might start looking at the altcoins again. But if you're looking for other altcoins, look at my other videos. I do some deeper dives on the chart analysis on those. But keep on keeping on. Hot along. Peace.